Stop Working So Hard, written and published by Ngasline. Beneath the exhausting narrative of hustle culture and grinding workdays lies a more nuanced truth about wealth creation that successful people rarely discuss openly, that sustainable financial abundance often flows not from working harder, but from strategically positioning yourself where money naturally accumulates. This isn't about magical thinking or passive wishful dreams, but rather about understanding the fundamental principles of leverage, systems, and value creation that allow capital to multiply with decreasing direct effort over time. The path involves a critical shift, moving from constantly pushing the boulder uphill to carefully designing its path so momentum takes over. It's about recognizing that real wealth rarely comes from trading more hours for dollars, but from building assets, creating intellectual property, developing automated systems, and understanding market dynamics that allow money to flow through established channels. The secret isn't working less from day one. It's working smart now to build mechanisms that eventually make perpetual hard work optional. Lesson 1. Energy flows where attention goes. Have you ever noticed how the things you focus on tend to expand in your life? This fundamental principle lies at the heart of effortless success. When we direct our attention towards specific goals or outcomes, we naturally begin to attract the resources, opportunities, and circumstances that align with those objectives. It's not magic, it's the power of focused attention and energy management. Think of your attention as a spotlight illuminating different areas of your life. Whatever falls within that beam of light becomes more visible, more accessible, and more likely to develop. When you consistently focus on lack, struggle, and hard work, you'll find more situations that reinforce those experiences. Conversely, when you direct your attention toward abundance, ease, and flow, you begin to notice and attract more of these qualities into your life. The concept of energy following attention isn't just philosophical. It's grounded in both psychological and practical reality. When you focus on a particular goal or outcome, your reticular activating system, RAS, the part of your brain that filters information, begins to notice relevant opportunities that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. It's like buying a new car and suddenly seeing that same model everywhere. The cars were always there, but now your attention is tuned to notice them. In business and wealth creation, this principle becomes particularly powerful. Rather than exhausting yourself by pushing harder and working longer hours, you can learn to direct your energy more efficiently. Start by identifying what truly energizes you in your work. When you focus on activities that align with your natural talents and interests, you'll find that productivity increases while effort decreases. Consider the entrepreneur who spends countless hours networking at events they hate, versus one who focuses on building genuine relationships in environments where they naturally thrive. The first entrepreneur depletes their energy fighting against their nature, while the second generates momentum by working with their natural inclinations. Both might make connections, but the second approach creates sustainable success with far less effort. Your attention is also intimately connected to your emotional state. When you focus on what's working rather than what's broken, you maintain higher levels of energy and optimism. This positive state attracts better opportunities and makes you more likely to recognize and act on them when they appear. It's a self-reinforcing cycle that builds momentum over time. The practice of directing energy through attention requires awareness and intention. Start by observing where your attention naturally goes throughout the day. Are you consistently focused on problems, limitations, and obstacles? Or do you notice opportunities, possibilities, and potential solutions? This awareness alone can begin to shift your energy patterns. Learn to consciously redirect your attention when you notice it dwelling on unproductive thoughts or activities. Instead of fixating on what's not working, train yourself to look for what is. Instead of focusing on how hard something might be, direct your attention to the next small step you can take with ease. Energy is a finite resource, and where you direct it matters. When you scatter your attention across too many projects or concerns, you dilute your energy and reduce its impact. By focusing your attention on fewer, more aligned activities, you concentrate your energy and increase its effectiveness. This principle extends beyond individual tasks to your overall approach to wealth creation. Rather than spreading yourself thin trying to pursue every opportunity, focus your attention on the paths that feel most natural and energizing to you. Trust that by directing your energy toward what truly matters, you'll achieve better results with less effort than by trying to force success through sheer hard work. The flow of energy following attention is a natural law that works whether we're aware of it or not. By understanding and consciously working with this principle, you can begin to create success with greater ease and less struggle. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters most with focused attention and aligned energy. Lesson 2. Life rewards flow, not force. The natural world operates on the principle of least resistance. Water doesn't fight its way downhill. It simply flows around obstacles, finding the easiest path forward. This same principle applies to business and wealth creation. Yet many of us have been conditioned to believe that success requires constant pushing, forcing, and struggling. Consider how a flower grows. It doesn't strain or stress. It simply opens itself to the sunlight and nutrients available, expanding naturally in response to favorable conditions. This is the essence of flow-based success. When we align ourselves with natural rhythms and opportunities, progress becomes almost effortless. The pushing habit is deeply ingrained in modern society. We push through fatigue, push past our limits, and push our way to success. This approach not only depletes our energy, but often creates resistance in the very systems we're trying to influence. Think about pushing a door marked pull. The harder you push, the more frustrated you become, when simply reading the sign and flowing with the door's design would have achieved the desired result instantly. Real-world success stories often reveal this principle in action. Take the case of Sarah Chen, a digital entrepreneur who struggled for years trying to force her way into the competitive e-commerce market. She worked 16-hour days, micromanaged every aspect of her business, and constantly pushed for growth. Despite her efforts, her business barely survived. Everything changed when she adopted a flow-based approach. She began observing market trends rather than fighting them, adapting her offerings to meet natural demand, and allowing her business to grow organically. Within 18 months, her revenue had tripled, while her working hours were cut in half. The natural rhythms in business are much like the seasons. There are times for active growth, spring, times for maximum output, summer, times for harvesting and evaluation, fall, and times for rest and planning, winter. Fighting these rhythms is exhausting and counterproductive. When we learn to recognize and work with these natural cycles, our efforts become more effective and our results more sustainable. Another example is James Rivera, a real estate investor who discovered that forcing deals never worked as well as allowing them to develop naturally. Instead of aggressively pursuing every opportunity, he focused on building relationships and maintaining awareness of market conditions. When the right opportunities arose, they seemed to fall into his lap effortlessly. His portfolio grew faster when he stopped pushing and started flowing with market dynamics. The key to implementing flow-based success lies in developing sensitivity to resistance. When you feel yourself pushing too hard or forcing situations, it's often a signal to step back and reassess. Ask yourself, is there an easier way? What would this look like if it were simple? Where am I creating unnecessary resistance? This doesn't mean avoiding action or responsibility. Rather, it means taking action from a place of alignment rather than force. It's the difference between paddling upstream and steering your boat into a favorable current. Both involve movement, but one requires significantly less effort while producing better results. To cultivate this approach, start paying attention to areas in your business or career where you're using force. Notice where you're pushing against natural tendencies rather than working with them. Begin experimenting with following the path of least resistance while maintaining clear intentions about your desired outcomes. You'll likely discover that the universe has an uncanny way of bringing opportunities to those who maintain relaxed awareness rather than desperate force. Remember the water analogy. Water shapes mountains not through force, but through consistent, gentle flow over time. Your success can follow the same pattern. achieving remarkable results through alignment rather than struggle, through flow rather than force. Lesson 3. Money loves speed, not stress. Money flows naturally when we operate from a place of calm decisiveness rather than anxious urgency. This fundamental truth often gets lost in the conventional wisdom that equates financial success with constant stress and pressure. The velocity of money, how quickly it moves through our lives and businesses, is enhanced by our ability to make clear, unstressed decisions and take swift, intentional action. When we understand that money responds to speed rather than stress, we begin to operate differently. Think of money as water flowing through a pipe. When the pipe is clear and straight, the water flows smoothly and quickly. But when the pipe is constricted by stress, worry, and overthinking, the flow becomes restricted. Our stress creates resistance that actually slows down the natural movement of money in our lives. Making financial decisions from a place of clarity rather than anxiety produces better results. When we're stressed, we tend to make choices based on fear or scarcity, which often leads to missed opportunities or poor investments. However, when we maintain a calm, centered state while moving quickly on opportunities, we're able to tap into our natural intuition and make choices that align with our highest good. Quick action differs fundamentally from rushed action. Quick action comes from a place of clarity and confidence. You see an opportunity and move on it decisively. Rushed action, on the other hand, stems from panic or fear of missing out. The energy behind the action matters as much as the action itself. When we act from a place of stressed urgency, we often create more problems than we solve. Building momentum naturally in our financial lives requires a balance of speed and serenity. This might seem paradoxical, but it's actually quite natural. Think of an expert athlete. They move with incredible speed and precision, yet maintain a state of relaxed focus. This same principle applies to money management. We want to be responsive and swift while maintaining an inner state of calm and clarity. The practice of stress-free decision-making becomes easier with time. Start by taking deep breaths before making any financial decision. Ask yourself if you're acting from clarity or anxiety. Learn to recognize the difference between genuine urgency and self-imposed pressure. When you feel yourself becoming stressed about money, pause and remind yourself that stress is not a prerequisite for financial success. One powerful way to increase the velocity of money while decreasing stress is to establish clear systems and protocols for financial decisions. Having predetermined criteria for investments, spending, and saving removes the emotional burden from each individual decision. These systems allow you to move quickly when opportunities arise without the paralysis of overthinking or the rush of panic. Money responds to confidence and decisive action. When we trust our judgment and move forward without second-guessing ourselves, we create a positive feedback loop. Success breeds success, and each positive outcome reinforces our trust in our ability to make good financial decisions quickly and calmly. This building of confidence creates a natural momentum that attracts more opportunities and resources. The universe operates on principles of ease and flow. When we align ourselves with these principles in our financial dealings, we experience less resistance and better results. By maintaining a calm, centered state while taking swift, decisive action, we create the optimal conditions for money to flow naturally into our lives. The key is to move quickly without rushing, act decisively without stress, and trust that money responds better to smooth, confident movement than to anxious pushing and straining. The next time you face a financial decision or opportunity, notice your state of mind. Are you operating from a place of stressed urgency or calm clarity? Choose to move forward with speed, but without stress, knowing that this approach creates the best conditions for financial success. Your relationship with money will transform when you embrace the principle that money loves speed, not stress. Lesson 4. Trust opens doors, effort can't. Trust is the invisible currency that moves mountains in the business world, yet many entrepreneurs exhaust themselves trying to force outcomes through sheer effort alone. The truth is, when you cultivate trust, both in yourself and from others, Opportunities naturally gravitate toward you with minimal resistance. Consider how trust operates in nature. A seed doesn't struggle to become a tree. It simply trusts the process of growth. Similarly, in business, trust creates an environment where success can unfold organically. When you deeply trust in your abilities, your vision, and the timing of events, you stop wrestling with circumstances and start flowing with them. Building trust networks is an art that requires letting go of control. Many business owners grip their operations so tightly that they suffocate potential growth. Instead of micromanaging every detail, successful entrepreneurs build strong relationships based on mutual trust. They understand that delegating tasks, sharing responsibilities, and allowing others to contribute their expertise creates a powerful ecosystem of support. The most successful business leaders recognize trust as a form of currency more valuable than money itself. When clients, partners, and team members trust you implicitly, deals close faster, partnerships form more easily, and opportunities multiply without excessive effort. This trust isn't built through forceful persuasion or aggressive tactics. It develops through consistent authenticity, reliability, and transparent communication. Learning to trust yourself is equally crucial. Many entrepreneurs sabotage their success by constantly second-guessing their decisions or refusing to act until conditions are perfect. This hesitation stems from a lack of self-trust. When you develop unwavering faith in your intuition and judgment, you make decisions more quickly and confidently, allowing success to flow naturally rather than being forced. Trust also means accepting that not everything needs to be done by you personally. Many business owners exhaust themselves by refusing to delegate, believing no one else can match their standards. This mindset creates a bottleneck that restricts growth. By trusting others to handle important tasks, you free up energy and create space for bigger opportunities to enter. The power of trust extends to market dynamics as well. When you trust in the abundance of opportunities rather than operating from a scarcity mindset, you make better decisions and attract more favorable circumstances. This doesn't mean being naive or reckless. It means maintaining faith that the right opportunities will present themselves when you remain open and receptive. Building trust requires patience and consistency. It's not about making grand gestures or working harder. It's about showing up authentically day after day. Small, consistent actions build trust more effectively than sporadic, dramatic efforts. This applies to building trust with clients, employees, partners, and most importantly, yourself. Trust is reciprocal. As you extend trust to others, they naturally return it. This creates a positive feedback loop that makes business operations smoother and more effortless. When people trust you, they become advocates for your success, opening doors that no amount of hard work could unlock. Trust also helps you navigate uncertainty with grace. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to control every variable, trust allows you to remain calm and centered amid challenges. This composure attracts solutions and support more effectively than frantic activity ever could. By making trust your primary business currency, you create a foundation for effortless success. Focus on being trustworthy rather than working harder. Build relationships based on mutual trust rather than constant effort. Most importantly, trust that success will come naturally when you align yourself with this principle. The doors that open through trust lead to opportunities far greater than those you could force open through effort alone. Lesson 5. Good luck finds relaxed minds. Most people believe luck is purely random, but research suggests that luck favors those who maintain a relaxed and open mindset. When our minds are tense and overworked, we often miss the subtle opportunities that present themselves daily. Think of luck as a gentle stream of possibilities flowing constantly around us. When we're stressed, we build dams that block this flow. But when we're relaxed, we allow these opportunities to naturally come our way. The science of serendipity reveals that what we often call lucky breaks are actually the result of being in a mental state that allows us to recognize and act on opportunities. Studies have shown that people who consider themselves lucky tend to be more observant, open to new experiences, and maintain a positive outlook. They're not necessarily working harder. They're simply more attuned to the possibilities around them because their minds aren't cluttered with worry and stress. Creating a luck, friendly environment starts with your physical space and extends to your mental landscape. A cluttered desk, a chaotic schedule, or an overwhelming to-do list can create mental tension that blocks lucky opportunities. Begin by organizing your environment in a way that promotes calm and clarity. This might mean clearing your workspace, creating peaceful zones in your home, or establishing boundaries that protect your mental space from unnecessary stress. Entrepreneurs who embrace this relaxed approach often report experiencing more coincidences that benefit their businesses. They might randomly meet the perfect business partner at a coffee shop, stumble upon an innovative solution while taking a leisure walk, or receive an unexpected call from a client right when they need it. These aren't truly random events. They're the result of being in a mental state that allows you to notice and capitalize on opportunities that are always present. The practice of maintaining a relaxed mind requires regular attention to your mental state. Start your day with activities that promote calmness, such as deep breathing, gentle exercise, or simply sitting quietly with your morning coffee. Throughout the day, pay attention to tension building in your body and mind. When you notice yourself becoming stressed, take a moment to reset. Simple techniques like taking 3 deep breaths, going for a short walk, or practicing progressive muscle relaxation can help maintain this lucky state of mind. Another crucial aspect of attracting good luck is maintaining emotional equilibrium. When we're emotionally balanced, we make better decisions and appear more approachable to others. This approachability often leads to increased opportunities as people naturally want to work with and help those who maintain a peaceful presence. Consider how often you've been drawn to someone who exudes calm confidence versus someone who appears stressed and anxious. Social connections play a vital role in creating lucky opportunities, and relaxed minds naturally build better relationships. When you're relaxed, you listen more effectively, show genuine interest in others, and create stronger networks without forcing connections. These authentic relationships often lead to unexpected opportunities that feel like luck, but are actually the natural result of being present and engaged with others. Maintaining a relaxed mind doesn't mean being passive or lazy. Instead, it means operating from a place of calm awareness rather than anxious activity. Think of it as the difference between frantically searching for something you've lost versus calmly retracing your steps. The former creates stress and often leads to overlooking the obvious, while the latter allows your mind to work more efficiently and effectively. Cultivating this relaxed state takes practice and patience. Start by identifying activities that naturally help you feel calm and centered. For some, it might be morning yoga or meditation. For others, it could be gardening or playing music. Whatever works for you, make it a regular part of your routine. As you develop this practice, you'll likely notice an increase in lucky occurrences in both your personal and professional life. These aren't coincidences. They're the natural result of maintaining a mind that's open and ready to receive the opportunities that have always been there. Lesson 6. Inspiration strikes in quiet moments. In our hyper-connected world, finding moments of genuine stillness has become increasingly rare. Yet these precious intervals of quiet are precisely where the seeds of our greatest ideas and innovations take root. The mind, when given space to breathe, naturally gravitates toward creative solutions and breakthrough insights that remain hidden during our busy hours. The value of stillness extends far beyond mere relaxation. In business, those who master the art of quieting their minds gain access to a wellspring of inspiration that often eludes them more frantically. This isn't merely philosophical speculation. Research consistently shows that our most creative ideas emerge when our minds are in a relaxed, unfocused state. This is why so many breakthrough moments occur during showers, walks, or just before falling asleep. Creating space for ideas requires intentional practice. It means deliberately stepping away from the constant bombardment of emails, messages, and notifications that fragment our attention. This might look like blocking out specific times in your day for undisturbed reflection, taking regular walks without your phone, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes between meetings. These pockets of quiet become fertile ground where innovative business solutions can naturally emerge. Meditation serves as a powerful tool for accessing this creative wellspring. While many view meditation purely as a stress reduction technique, its benefits for business insight are equally profound. Regular meditation practice trains the mind to move beyond surface level chatter, accessing deeper levels of awareness where novel connections and solutions naturally arise. Even a simple practice of sitting quietly for 10 minutes daily can dramatically enhance your capacity for innovative thinking. The relationship between quiet moments and profit might seem indirect, but it's very real. When we allow ourselves these intervals of stillness, we begin to notice patterns and opportunities that remain invisible during our busy periods. A quiet mind can better discern which projects truly deserve attention, which partnerships hold genuine potential, and which direction will yield the most fruitful results. This clarity alone can save countless hours and resources that might otherwise be wasted on less promising ventures. The practice of cultivating quiet moments doesn't require dramatic lifestyle changes. It might begin with something as simple as arriving at your office 15 minutes early to sit in silence before starting your day. Or perhaps it's taking your lunch break without your phone, allowing your mind to wander freely. These small adjustments create space for inspiration to naturally emerge. Many successful entrepreneurs attribute their best business ideas to moments of quiet reflection rather than intense brainstorming sessions. This is because forcing creativity rarely works as effectively as allowing it to arise naturally in periods of mental calm. When we quiet our minds, we access our intuition, that deep knowing that often proves more valuable than logical analysis alone. The key lies in learning to trust these quiet moments, even when external pressures suggest we should be doing something. In reality, these periods of apparent inaction often generate more value than hours of forced productivity. They allow us to step back from the details and see the bigger picture, leading to insights that can transform our business approach. Consider implementing a daily practice of intentional quiet time. This isn't about forcing insights or demanding creativity. It's about creating the conditions where inspiration can naturally arise. Whether through meditation, contemplative walks, or simply sitting in silence, these practices gradually transform your relationship with both creativity and business success. The quiet moments you create today might hold the breakthrough insights that define your business tomorrow. The path to effortless success often runs through these peaceful intervals, where the mind, unburdened by constant activity, naturally finds its way to innovative solutions. By honoring these moments of quiet, we open ourselves to levels of inspiration and clarity that no amount of forced effort can produce. Lesson 7. Success comes easiest when you're ready. The path to effortless success is paved with preparation, not perspiration. Many entrepreneurs rush headlong into ventures without first ensuring they're truly ready, leading to unnecessary struggles and setbacks. True readiness encompasses more than just having a business plan or sufficient capital. It's about achieving a state of internal and external alignment that allows success to flow naturally. Think of readiness as a garden prepared for planting. Before any seeds can flourish, the soil must be properly cultivated, enriched with nutrients, and maintained at the right moisture level. Similarly, your success requires the right conditions to flourish effortlessly. These conditions include your mindset, skills, network, resources, and timing, all working in harmony rather than being forced into place. The signs of readiness often appear subtly. You might notice an increased sense of clarity about your direction, or opportunities start presenting themselves without much effort on your part. Your network naturally expands as like-minded individuals are drawn to your energy and vision. Solutions to challenges appear more readily, and you find yourself operating from a place of inspired action rather than desperate pushing. Personal readiness manifests as a deep sense of confidence that doesn't require external validation. It's not about feeling perfectly prepared. That moment rarely comes. Instead, it's about reaching a state of alignment where your skills, passion, and market opportunity converge naturally. This alignment creates a magnetic effect, attracting the right circumstances and opportunities with minimal resistance. Professional readiness involves having systems and structures in place that can support growth without strain. This might mean having automated processes, reliable team members, or scalable business models. The key is creating a foundation that can expand organically rather than one that requires constant force and attention to maintain. Many aspiring entrepreneurs resist this preparation phase, viewing it as delay or procrastination. However, this period of readiness building is crucial for effortless success. It's during this time that you develop the intuition, skills, and connections that will later appear to create overnight success. The most successful business leaders often spend years in preparation, though it might not be obvious to outside observers. Understanding your state of readiness requires honest self-assessment. Are you operating from a place of desperation or inspiration? Are you pushing against closed doors, or are opportunities naturally opening before you? The answers to these questions reveal whether you're trying to force success or allowing it to flow naturally. The preparation principle doesn't mean waiting for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Instead, it means creating optimal conditions for success while remaining flexible and responsive to opportunity. This might involve upgrading your skills, building strategic relationships, or simply cultivating the right mindset. The key is to focus on alignment rather than force. Natural timing plays a crucial role in readiness. Just as a surfer waits for the right wave, successful entrepreneurs learn to read and ride the waves of opportunity. This requires patience and discernment, qualities that develop during the preparation phase. When you're truly ready, the right opportunities appear at the right time, requiring minimal effort to seize them. Readiness is not a static state, but a dynamic one. It requires continuous cultivation and adjustment as circumstances change. The most successful entrepreneurs maintain their state of readiness through ongoing learning, relationship building, and personal development. This creates a sustainable foundation for success that doesn't rely on constant hard work or force. By focusing on readiness rather than raw effort, you create the conditions for success to flow naturally. This approach might seem counterintuitive in a culture that celebrates hustle and grind, but it's far more sustainable and enjoyable. When success comes because you're ready for it, rather than because you forced it, it tends to last longer and feel more fulfilling. Lesson 8. Right timing beats hard work. Timing is everything in business and life. Many entrepreneurs spend countless hours pushing against closed doors when they could simply wait for the right moment when those doors naturally swing open. The concept of perfect timing isn't just about luck. It's about understanding and working with natural cycles and rhythms in business. Consider the natural world for a moment. Farmers don't plant seeds in winter expecting them to grow. They understand the seasons and work in harmony with them. Business operates in similar cycles with periods of expansion, consolidation, contraction, and renewal. When you learn to recognize these patterns, you can position yourself to take advantage of them rather than fighting against them. Market cycles are particularly important to understand. Every industry has its own rhythm, periods of growth, saturation, decline, and reinvention. The entrepreneurs who succeed most easily are those who can read these cycles and position themselves accordingly. For instance, launching a new technology product just as a new wave of innovation is beginning to crest will require far less effort than trying to promote a similar product during a market downturn. Patience becomes a powerful tool when combined with market awareness. Many business opportunities are lost not because people didn't work hard enough, but because they moved too quickly or too slowly. The art lies in recognizing the perfect moment to act. This doesn't mean sitting idle. It means preparing and positioning yourself so that when the timing is right, you can move swiftly and effortlessly. Reading business rhythms requires developing a certain sensitivity to market conditions, consumer behavior, and industry trends. This sensitivity comes from quiet observation rather than constant action. By stepping back and observing patterns, you begin to notice subtle shifts that others miss. These observations become your competitive advantage, allowing you to move with the market rather than against it. The digital age has created new cycles that move at unprecedented speeds. However, the principle remains the same. Success comes more easily when you align with these cycles rather than trying to force your way through them. This might mean waiting to launch your product until after a competitor has educated the market, or holding off on expansion until certain technological infrastructure is in place. Think of successful timing as surfing. A surfer doesn't create the wave. They wait for it, position themselves correctly, and then ride it with minimal effort. The same approach works in business. Instead of trying to create momentum through sheer force of will, look for existing trends and movements that you can leverage. The energy required to succeed decreases dramatically when you're moving with these natural business waves rather than trying to create them from scratch. Your intuition plays a crucial role in timing. When you're relaxed and attuned to your market, you'll often sense the right moment to act. This isn't mysterious. It's the result of your subconscious mind processing countless subtle signals that your conscious mind might miss. Learning to trust and act on these intuitive prompts often leads to better timing than relying solely on analytical planning. The most successful business leaders often appear to have an almost magical sense of timing. However, this isn't magic. It's the result of patient observation, market awareness, and the wisdom to act decisively when the moment is right. By developing these same qualities, you can reduce the amount of effort required to achieve your goals and let the natural flow of business cycles work in your favor. Good timing doesn't mean perfect timing. It means being ready and aligned with the natural rhythms of your market. When you work with these rhythms instead of against them, success comes more easily, and the hard work that once seemed necessary becomes largely unnecessary. Lesson 9. Opportunities find peaceful people. Peace is a magnetic force that naturally draws opportunities, resources, and success toward those who cultivate it. In today's hyperactive business world, the peaceful entrepreneur stands out like a lighthouse in a storm, attracting others through their calm presence and clear thinking. This natural magnetism operates on both practical and energetic levels, creating a powerful advantage for those who understand how to harness it. The peaceful entrepreneur approaches networking differently than most. Instead of aggressively pursuing connections or frantically exchanging business cards at every event, they create a gravitational pull through their genuine presence and authentic interest in others. When you're at peace, you listen more deeply, observe more carefully, and connect more meaningfully. These qualities make others naturally want to engage with you, share opportunities, and build lasting relationships. Being at peace also enhances your ability to recognize genuine opportunities when they appear. A calm mind is like still water. It reflects reality clearly and allows you to see beneath the surface. When you're peaceful, you can distinguish between genuine opportunities and distractions, between valuable connections and energy drains. This discernment becomes your competitive advantage in a world where most people chase every shiny object that crosses their path. The peaceful presence has a ripple effect on your entire business ecosystem. Your team members work more effectively in a calm environment, your clients feel more confident in your services, and your partners trust your judgment more readily. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle where peace generates success, which in turn deepens your peace, attracting even more opportunities. Creating this peaceful presence begins with your internal state. Regular practices like meditation, mindful breathing, or quiet reflection time are not luxury activities. They're essential investments in your business success. These practices help you maintain composure during challenges, think clearly under pressure, and maintain your center when others are losing theirs. Your physical environment plays a crucial role too. A peaceful workspace, whether it's an office or home studio, becomes a magnet for creativity and opportunity. Consider how you can design your space to promote calm and clarity. This might mean minimizing clutter, incorporating natural elements, or creating dedicated zones for different types of work activities. The calm entrepreneur also approaches networking with a different mindset. Instead of seeing it as a necessary chore or a numbers game, they view it as an opportunity to create genuine connections. When you're peaceful, you're more present in conversations, more attentive to others' needs, and more authentic in your interactions. This natural approach attracts opportunities more effectively than any forced networking strategy. Digital presence reflects your peaceful state as well. While others flood social media with constant activity and desperate self-promotion, the peaceful entrepreneur communicates with intention and authenticity. Their content reflects their genuine insights and values, naturally attracting aligned opportunities and connections. Peace doesn't mean passivity. The peaceful entrepreneur takes decisive action when needed, but does so from a place of clarity rather than reactivity. They understand that force often creates resistance, while peace creates openings. This approach allows them to navigate business challenges with grace and effectiveness. Your peaceful presence becomes particularly valuable during times of market turbulence or industry disruption. While others react with panic or anxiety, your calm demeanor helps you see opportunities others miss. This clarity of mind enables you to make strategic moves while others are frozen in fear or acting impulsively. Peace is not just a personal state. It's a business asset that appreciates over time. As you cultivate this quality, you'll find that opportunities increasingly find their way to you, rather than you having to chase them. The peaceful entrepreneur understands that success doesn't require constant struggle. By maintaining inner peace, you create an external environment where success can naturally flourish. Lesson 10. Let go to let it flow. The art of surrender in business might seem counterintuitive, especially when we've been conditioned to believe that control equals success. However, the most profound business breakthroughs often come when we learn to let go and allow things to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Rather, it's about adopting a state of strategic detachment that allows us to see opportunities more clearly and respond to them more effectively. Consider how water flows around obstacles rather than trying to break through them. This natural approach is precisely what makes water one of the most powerful forces on Earth. In business, we can adopt this same fluid approach. When we stop rigidly controlling every aspect of our operations and instead learn to flow with market changes, customer needs, and emerging opportunities, we often discover more sustainable and profitable paths forward. Strategic detachment means maintaining enough emotional distance from our business outcomes to make clear, objective decisions. When we're too emotionally invested, we often make choices based on fear, attachment, or ego rather than what's best for the business. This detachment allows us to pivot quickly when needed, abandon strategies that aren't working, and embrace new directions without the weight of emotional baggage. The flow state in business is that sweet spot where everything seems to work effortlessly. It's when decisions come naturally, opportunities appear at just the right moment, and growth feels organic rather than forced. Achieving this state requires us to trust our intuition, release our grip on rigid plans, and remain open to unexpected possibilities. When we're in flow, we're not fighting against the current of commerce, but moving with it. Building an effortless business model starts with identifying where we're creating unnecessary resistance. Often, we complicate our businesses with too many moving parts, excessive controls, or overcomplicated systems. The key is to simplify everything until we reach the essential elements that truly drive value. This might mean automating repetitive tasks, eliminating unnecessary meetings, or streamlining decision-making processes. The practice of letting go extends to our relationships with employees and partners. When we micromanage, we create tension and restrict the natural flow of creativity and innovation. By trusting our team members and giving them the space to work in their own flow states, we often see productivity and satisfaction increase naturally. This trust-based approach creates a more fluid and adaptable organization. Letting go doesn't mean losing direction. Instead, think of it as loosening your grip on the steering wheel while maintaining a clear destination in mind. The path might not be exactly what you planned, but it often leads to better outcomes than you could have engineered through force and control. An effortless business model also involves creating systems that work independently of constant intervention. This means setting up processes that can run smoothly without constant oversight, building teams that can self-manage effectively, and establishing feedback loops that naturally correct course when needed. The goal is to create a business that flows like a well-designed river system, with natural channels and self-regulating mechanisms. The ultimate paradox of business success is that the less we force it, the more naturally it tends to come. When we release our attachment to specific outcomes while maintaining clear intentions, we often find that opportunities and solutions present themselves more readily than when we're pushing hard for particular results. This approach requires courage and faith, but it ultimately leads to more sustainable and enjoyable success. Learning to let go and allow your business to flow is a practice that develops over time. Start by identifying areas where you're creating unnecessary resistance through over-control. Experiment with loosening your grip in small ways and observe the results. As you build confidence in this approach, you'll likely find that your business begins to move more smoothly and successfully, with less effort and stress on your part.